Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. If you get anything out of it, please share it, like it, comment, whatever. And check me out on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Let's get into it. For breakfast here, first off, I've got 4 eggs scrambled, or whisked, I guess, with some milk in there. And then I've got a greased muffin pan. I'm going to fill these about half full. Alright, and then I've just got some spinach and some mushrooms chopped up over here. I'm just going to put these on top there, let them go down in there. And then I'm going to top these with cheese. And I'm going to cook these at the same time I cook this bacon. I've got the oven preheated to 350. And these will both cook for about 10 minutes. You can do fried eggs this way also. 8 minutes is about over medium. And if you want it over easy, cook it a little less. 10 minutes is going to give you a fully cooked egg, so keep that in mind. Alright, fix and pop these in the oven. You could put meat in this if you wanted to. If you had some sausage browned up or bacon already cooked, you could put those in there, no problem, and it would be fine. But since I've got bacon here that I'm cooking, I'm actually just going to make some biscuits with the bacon on top of these eggs when they come out. Pop these in for 10 minutes, and they should be done. Came out of the oven, and the bacon did too. And what I did is just take a butter knife and ran around the edge of these. And then the easiest thing to do is to flip them over and give them a pop, and hopefully they come out. Thanks. Alright, so it took a little bit of persuasion, but got those out, and just plated this one up with some bacon on top and inside this good looking biscuit right here. So yeah, like if you can't make an omelet, well, I think this is a pretty decent alternative to, you know, not flipping an omelet. And fry eggs, you can just crack the eggs in there and they'll come out about the same too. And it's a really good, easy way to do it, and especially if you've got the oven hot because you're baking something else and you want eggs, just go ahead and throw those in there. Same with the bacon, you know. It's you can cook a whole lot of bacon in the oven versus, you know, just 3 or 4 strips at a time in a pan, and it doesn't shrink up this way too. So win-win. Alright, I'm bringing back this muffin pan. I've got some sausage patties that I cooked almost done that I just put in the bottom. I probably patted them out the size of the top of the muffin pan. They shrunk down. I squished them in the bottom. And then I'm cracking these eggs on top of them, and I'm going to put them in the oven 350 for 8 minutes, and I'll have like an over medium egg on top of a sausage patty, hopefully. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'm going to have a mess. But anyway, we'll get back to that in a few minutes. Alright, I'm going to do some sausage gravy because, you know, we're from the South and that's kind of what we do. I've just got the rest of that pound of sausage that I didn't make patties out of browned. And gravy, what you'll do is you'll take about 1-to-1 grease or butter to flour. I'm just going to guess that there's a little less than a 1/4 cup of grease in there, especially with what's in the meat. I'm going to redistribute that back out. Set that there and put somewhere about a 1/4 cup of flour in on top of this. And just cook that and stir it around. If I was French or more professional, I would say this is called a roux, but I'm not, so I'm not going to say that. So we're just going to combine this and cook that flour until it's not raw flour tasting anymore, and it'll soak up all that grease and stick to all that sausage. And when it gets combined, we'll just start pouring milk in, and that'll thicken up. And your end product, as you're cooking, you're going to want to make it just a little thinner than what you want your gravy, because as it cools down, it's going to thicken back up also. So anyway, we'll get the milk put on this here in just a second, and then come back and take a look at it. Alright, I've got this flour cooked and it's all incorporated. I'm just going to start slowly adding some milk. And I'll just go about halfway and kind of let it come up to a boil and see how thick it is. And then if it needs more milk, and I can add more milk. Gravy is more of a feel than a measure dish. everything up to this point I've cooked on a little less than medium. I've bumped this up to medium high. I'm just going to bring it to a boil and it'll help it thicken a little bit faster. You see the bubbles start forming. I'll let that cook like that for maybe 30 seconds or so. See how thick it is, and I'll probably need to add a little bit more milk in there. Alright, so I got it up to a boil and brought it back down and just added, maybe a quarter cup of milk at a time until I got it just the thickness a little thinner than what I wanted, because as it cools it's going to thicken again too. And if it's still too thick once it cools, you can always throw more milk in there. But that's about what you're looking for right there, or what I'm looking for. Something that'll go and a biscuit will sop up real good. Alright, I've got a little bit of that banana bread that I cooked earlier this week left, and I'm going to do some banana bread French toast, and it's pretty easy. Slice the bread. If you don't have the bread, get a slice of bread. And then I've got some egg and just a little bit of milk whisked together there, and we're just going to coat both sides of that. And then I've got some melted butter over here in the skillet, and just fry these things up. Alright, there you got it. I did cook some biscuits off camera, but I'll put a link to that video down below on how I did those. The little egg came out pretty cute there, and sausage gravy came out looking super dope. And then I've got my banana bread French toast here. So, I mean, it's the most important meal of the day, so might as well enjoy it, right?